Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to multiply matrices. So first, for our A matrix, we're going to have 4, 5, 7, and 10. That is an A. Jeez. Okay. Times your B matrix, which is 1, 2, 8, 3, 6, 9. That's our B matrix. Okay, so first let's identify them. So initially you have your 2 by 2. So that's 2 columns and 2 rows. So 2 by 2. And here you have your two rows, and 3 columns. So this is 2 by 3. 2 rows, 3 columns. Now, the only way you're allowed to multiply two different matrices is that this middle number has to be the same. So, for example, if B was in front of A, you wouldn't be able to multiply it because it would be 3 and 2. So, in other forms of multiplication where it's like, the order doesn't really matter, it's going to be the same output. That's not the case when you're multiplying matrices. Okay, but this outside number is still important because together it gives you your dimension for your answer. So it'll be, you bring down your 2 by 3. So now we already know whenever you're multiplying a matrix by hand that your final will be 2 by 3. Okay. So first step in multiplying for a matrix, you have to almost turn your initial. So you're going to have this turned almost. So you're keeping 4 and 5, but you have to think and you have to imagine 4 being turned to where it's 4, 7, 5, and 10. So 4 and 5 are going to be right on top of each other this time. So instead, you're going to just multiply straight across. So first, let's focus on this. Just ignore 7 and 10 for a little bit. And so you're going to multiply 4 across all the top numbers and 5 across all the bottom numbers because it's turning. So it's going to be 4 over 5, but not in a fraction. So I'm going to show you the math down here. You're going to have 4 times 1 plus 2, or plus, here, let's do it in order, plus 5 times 3. Okay? So the reason that is because 4 multiplies by 1, and while that's being multiplied, you also have 5 multiplying by 3 down here, and those are all added together. So that's going to give you the value of 19. Okay? So the next step is you're just going to kind of ignore 1 over 3 for a little bit, and you're going to focus on your 2 and 6. So you have 4 times 2 plus 5 times 6, and that gives you the value of 38. Okay. So your next step is multiplying 4, if my pen will write, 4 by 8 plus 5 by 9, and this gives you 77. Okay, so now that we have those values, we can bring them over here and plug them in to your top row. That's going to be for your new matrix that you're trying to find. So I'm going to start with 19, slide over, moving in the right direction, 38, and then 77. Okay, so now your next step, you have to start, okay, first let's just cross this off because it's out of the way. Let's not get confused if you need it. So you're going to focus on your 7 and 10 now. So you're going to do the same thing and just you're turning it, and it's going to have your 7 times the top row because now it's turned to be on top, and your 10 on the bottom row because it's turned to be on bottom. Okay, so you're going to start with 7 times 1 plus 10 times 3 equals 37. And then 7 times 2 plus 10 times 6 equals 74. And then your final, you have 7 times 8 plus 10 times 9 equals 146. Okay, that's a 10, I promise. Okay, so now you have to pull these values and put them under these. So you have 7, oh wait, whoa, just kidding. You have 37, and then you have 74, and then 146. Okay, now you can see that our initial finding here, where it would be 2 by 3, that is correct. You have 2 rows and 3 columns. So this is in fact a 2 by 3. So that's how you multiply a matrix C by hand. Now I'm going to show you how to do it in the calculator. So you have your calculator, okay, and your first step is you're going to hit second and then x, the inverse of x, and then you're going to scoot all the way over to edit, enter. So your A, your matrix A, which was 4, 5, 7, 10, that was our A matrix, you're going to insert here. So first you find what are its dimensions. It's 2 by 2. So you hit 2, enter, 2, enter, and then you start filling in the values. And then you just go from left to right and then keep going down. So you have 4, enter, 5, enter, 7, enter, 10, enter. Okay, so then you have to quit, so second mode, and then you're going to do it again because you're trying to find, you also need to input your B matrix since you're multiplying them. So you have second, the inverse of x, which is, it shows you on the top that it's matrix, so just make sure that your buttons follow the same way that mine do. So you have second and inverse of x. Now I'm going to hit edit all the way over, and I'm going to go down to my B term this time. So enter. Now my dimensions for my B matrix are 2 by 3. So I have to insert 2, enter, 3, enter, and now I'm going to start inserting the values. So 1, 2, 8, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so second, and on me it's mode. So now you're going to kind of copy the same thing that you did. So you're going to go to second and the inverse of x. And this time, whenever it says names up here, you're just going to hit enter whenever it's selecting 1. And then you're trying to multiply. So, sorry. Then you're multiplying. And then second, the inverse of x. And again, you're trying to select your B term. Jeez. And hit enter. So that's already set up for you. You're basically doing the same thing, and hit enter, and look at that. It is your exact same values that you had found by hand. It's just done in the calculator. So I hope that helped when you're multiplying matrices, and good luck. Bye.